Welcome to Miller's Mods, ladies and gentlemen. So, I've seen this question asked a lot on Facebook and stuff like that, and people are saying, well, I only have $50. Which blaster should I get? And they list either the Nexus or the Stryker. So, since I have both blasters, I feel as though I can speak on this with some intelligence and I'll offer my input. So, this is what it is. This is the Nexus X, okay? And this is the Stryker 2.0. Now, as far as performances, these blasters both shoot 200 right out of the box, untuned, and when they're tuned, they do about 240 or so. Okay, maybe 250. Yes, there are upgraded springs on the Dart Zone site for the Stryker. I have those springs on order. So, if the blasters shoot the same, modded and unmodded, so then it all comes down to the accessories and personal preference. So, let's see what accessories come with the Nexus X. You end up getting two 12-round magazines, okay? A plastic P car, like this one here, and a roller scar, okay, or a bearing scar. DC calls it a roller scar, but it truly is just a bearing scar, okay? So that's what the accessories are for the Nexus X. Now, for the Stryker 2.0, you get one magazine, this P car here, and fun fact, my P car, there was something wrong with it when I got it. It dropped about 20 FPS off of the blaster, which was pretty terrible. So that's why I'm not using the P car on this blaster. I'm using a Devon scar instead. But in any event, it is what it is. You get one magazine, you get a P car, and you get a drum. Okay, now bots and blasters ran into an interesting problem, and so this is what it is. Under intense play, I'll use that word nicely, the drum actually will come out. Okay, the reason being is right here is the weakest part of this blaster right here. It flexes when you shoot it and when you play with it under high spring loads. And some people say, yeah, well, just don't play with it that rough. Well, my thing is, it's a toy. It's designed to be played with rough. Okay, if you want to treat it like an egg, that's fine. But me personally, my toys, I play with them rough. That's how it is. That's the weakest part on this blaster is right here, though. That's the whole problem with this thing. That's just one of those issues of where it looks good on paper, but that's about it. So, as I said, it comes down to accessories. You could sell for one mag, a drum, and a P car, or you could get two mags, a P car, and a bearing scar. You see what I'm saying? And we're not talking about the cosmetic accessories like the sights or grips or anything like that, because the grips are all interchangeable and you can change them out, in and out, whatever. The barrel length is the same for the modified version, which is 40 centimeters on both blasters. That's really it. It all comes down to accessories and personal preference. Now, for me, if you look at the Nexus, and this is why I'm going to say the Nexus is a better blaster, aside from the fact that you get a roller scar with it, or a bearing scar, as Dart Zone calls it. As I pointed out with the Stryker, how the weakest part of the blaster is right here. Well, this part is actually filled in on a Nexus X. Okay, it's a straight half-dart magwell. Okay, so that flex is not there. Or it's not as prevalent as it is with the Stryker, because when you're shooting the Stryker with a drum, it's flexing up and down, up and down. Bots and blasters actually had his drum pop out on camera while he was testing it on the slam fire load. But with this one, because it's got a fully enclosed magwell, you won't have that kind of flex. Okay, that's why I say if you have $50 and only $50 to buy one blaster, this is what you get, just because of that issue with the flexing. You get two magazines, a roller scar, and a P card. You know, I mean, the Stryker is great as it is because it is truly an amazing blaster. I won't take anything away from it. It's just that the fact of that when it was designed, it looked good on paper, but it wasn't perfect, just like Bots and Blasters said. Okay, because of this issue right here. If this would have been like a straight mag and grip blaster like this, or an enclosed magwell blaster like this one, this blaster would have been phenomenal. But because they gave the drum, you know, thinking that the community would like it, and some people do like drums. Me, I'm not a fan. Sorry to say that, you know. But if they would have made it with an enclosed magwell like they should have, this blaster would have been phenomenal. And then it would have been very hard to tell. But for me, if I had to choose between, you know, buying a Nexus or buying a Stryker, I'd pick up the Nexus. You know, and it's not because the springs are already out, because the springs for the Stryker are out too. You know, the collets are all out there from different designers. So for me, it all comes down to the accessories. Do you want one magazine, a drum, and a P car, or do you want two mags, a P car, and a roller scar? You kind of see what I'm saying. So to me, in my opinion, the Nexus X is a much better blaster than the Stryker, just because it has better accessories with it, you know. And I will put a buy link in the description below for both blasters and the upgraded springs for both blasters as well, you know, because I know some of you are going to be ordering those springs. Me, I already ordered the spring for the Stryker. But in any event, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and to subscribe. And until next time, this is Miller's Mods signing off.